Hey, hello there, viewers. It's me, RJB, and I'm back with another match. And as you can see in the title, it's gonna be Shin against 458. Recently, I got access to 458's auto-save file. As you can see right here, we're looking at 458. Let me turn on this beautiful little visual thing I made just for this video. 458, and here we've got Shin on the yellow Zerg. So I made a beautiful visual for that one. Shin, Infinite Shin. That's his username that he's known by. I don't know his real name, but that's not important. Only thing we gotta know is, who is this guy? It's Shin. Here on the barcode with an L and I, LL2, I, LL334, IL. Just a wacky barcode sequence. And here on the top side, yeah, 458. The players are right next to each other. Protoss against Zerg. And actually, I forgot to turn on the game sound. So now the game sounds are on as well. I'm gonna go for some game music. The introduction music is over with. Game music is gonna be instead. Can you hear it faintly in the background? It's there. The Shin starts off with a hatchery and a choke, kind of usual stuff. Doesn't need a whole lot of explaining. 458 with a Nexus first also doesn't need a whole lot of explaining. All very standard stuff. He wants a big economy early on, and he wants to go for a Forge secondarily. Sometimes we see Triple Gateway coming out after the Nexus, because they know both players have picked their races. They picked Protoss against Zerg. So most of the time they know that they can safely go for Triple Gateway as the Protoss, because there's most likely not going to be a rushing or cheesing attempt. But he wants to be sure that he is completely safe by going for Forge first. Now, a small little thing that I want to mention while we are watching a game with Shin is the fact that Shin actually is inactive right now. He started his military service somewhere in August, maybe in July, which means we're not going to see him for another 12 months, maybe more. I think the mandatory military service in Korea is about 18 months, maybe 22, somewhere in between, not exactly sure how long it is. But until then, we won't be seeing Shin return to streaming until that's over. Until that's over. So 458 here starts with the Forge into Triple Gateway. But just to be sure and safe, he really wanted that one cannon there in the back, just to make sure his probes weren't going to get attacked and he wasn't going to lose any money. The probe there trying to scout Shin's base goes down, but he should know what Shin is doing, because, well, he scouted the front, which means there's only one thing that can be happening here in the back, and that is hatcheries on the way. Also getting a pretty fast extractor there, though. A little bit faster than the usual extractors. 458 there prevents any damage in the back because he had that one cannon. Turns out that cannon really does do the trick in keeping information from falling in enemy hands. A couple more Zerglings are moving out. He really wants that information. He wants to see there in the back. He didn't see this backside here. He mostly saw the front side. And the backside is what's important because that's where the technology is, the cybercore, the Forge, and soon to be, of course, the robotics as well. Now, Shin can pretty easily walk in there. He's got an Overlord for vision, not gonna get those Zealots to catch his Zerglings. Kills a probe, another probe, they're already moving to the front. Very quick reaction there from 458, finds the backside there, finds the Cybercore. Cybercore might actually be within attacking range, too far away from the cannon. Quickly builds another cannon there in between. It's a pylon. Sends one Zealot there to take care of those Zerglings. Zerglings walking away. Cybercore is completely fine. Also has a Stargate there already on the way. Some Zealots walking into Shin's base here, though. And he's laughing at him. He's laughing at him. He knows that Shin kind of messed up by letting those Zealots through. But there's enough Zerglings in the back to fight back. Well, not enough, actually. It's about 3 Zerglings per one single Zealot. And there's way more Zealots than are accounted for. Forced to unstack his drones, loses a couple of his drones, does kill all the Zealots there though. The one more drone might go down, but nope, it gets saved. Shin is just in time with making just enough Zerglings, although all those Zerglings do cost him a lot of money. He played it a little bit unsafe here in the front. It's wide open. And that wide openness is very beneficial for 458, who's now getting a Robo there in the front and a Citadel of a Dune there in the back, and starts his first Corsairs. We've got a lair on the way there for Shin. Honestly, I'm not for sure if it's Shin. It's just Shin usually has these kinds of names. So I'm kind of just guessing that it's him. I'm not for sure. But it did look a lot like him in the APM and EAPM analysis and the hotkey analysis. It looked a lot like him. He's going for a really wacky all-in Zergling playstyle here, though. Something that 458 wasn't expecting is Corsairs, though, might throw a wrench into those plans if he starts killing Overlords. The micro here with the Zerglings and Zealots is kind of cool to watch, but so far the Zealots have been holding their own, and the Zerglings have been a very expensive investment. Though here in the backside, though, the cannons have been taken down, and the Zerglings on top of the cannons, and more Zerglings coming in through the front door. This might turn into an ugly game here for 458, who's now also losing probes, losing income. Cannons also all still going down. There's no Hylas Den. There's a Spire on the way there for Shin. 458 now losing a lot of money. The Corsair still being very annoying, killing Overlords front and back and side. Zerglings doing a great job there. More are streaming in. There might be too many Zerglings for those Zealots to fight into. The probes are his last line of defense, trying to block axes, trying to obstruct this small little zone here in the backside. He's attacking everything, trying to get on top of the cannon. Cannon's gonna probably finish. He's attacking everything he can. He really just needs to kill those cannons in the backside. He's mostly killing everything he can. A lot of Zealots went down, but there's still a row of 4 Zealots are in the backside doing a great job defending. Cannon goes down. Probes are not being of much help at the moment. Zealots are getting surrounded. Looks like 458 might just get done in by this sneak. The Zergling mass attack is spamming out non-stop, continuously coming across the map. He might not even need his Mutalisks. Although, right now, it looks like the Zealots and Probes, their combined forces are holding on. The Nexus on the bottom side is going down, though. There's no cannons. There's Corsairs, though. 3 Corsairs. Definitely stronger than the 2 Mutas on the way, but there's also a Scorch on the way. Nexus went down, now getting on top of the cannons. 458 losing probes continuously. Was it about 37, now 23. There's 3 Zealots left alive. No more Zealots are on the way. He can't afford them though. But he's trying to save up money for cannons. He really wants those cannons to finish up. Now we've got the Corsairs there getting attacked by Scorches and Mutas. 5 more Scorches are on the way. A couple of Mutas are also in being morphed. There come the Scorches. 3 Corsairs, they're in the air. Gonna try to take them down. Misses with the first 2. Second 2 do connect. Only 1 Corsair left alive. 1 Corsair with low HP. Now the Mutas are coming in. More Scorches coming in. Splits them up. Hangs them up top of the Stargate. 458 are getting torn to literal pieces. Maybe he really did need more cannons. Maybe he really did play it a little bit too unsafe. Maybe he shouldn't have wasted those Zealots into Shin's base. Shin is just having a really easy time here. He's just completely running him over with sheer numbers and very good control. Very good control. This is a continuous stream of Zerglings coming across. The units in the air are definitely being too much for him to handle. There's no Corsairs, and even if he made Corsairs, they would get taken down by his Scorches. This is actually seriously impressive. An impressive counter strategy from the Zerg player. Very impressive stuff. Definitely not what I was expecting when I clicked on this game and saw how long this game was gonna last. So Zerglings, and more Zerglings. Using the air, definitely too much for him to handle. 458 thought he had something going, but nope. It is in fact Shin who gets the upper hand and gets us the first win of the set in a Zerg against Protoss that only lasted about 9 minutes. Definitely an unexpected turn of events. Definitely unexpected. Sometimes games really do be going like this, where you just catch someone off guard, where they seriously weren't expecting something and they just get demolished. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you as well. And it's happened to most people at least once or twice. The unexpected is just too much to deal with because you don't expect it. And StarCraft really is one of those games where you have to be prepared for whatever is coming your way or it's gonna hurt. It's very much a rock, paper, scissors kind of strategy game. Except of only having 3 options, like in rock, paper, scissors, there are probably 50 different options. And not all options counter another one. Sometimes it's very specific. Sometimes option 22 counters option number 45. Sometimes most options kind of just cancel each other out. It's a very intricate game of reading the situation, knowing what's coming, preparing for it, and maybe even preparing a counter for it that lets you win the game. So triple barrack there coming out from Shin. And we got gateway, probably gateway, zealot into a nexus here from 458. The standard middle spawn build order in a PvT game. Scouting both sides. One, ooh, it's cold. Ooh, I'm getting the shakes from the colds. Ooh, I'm shivering. It's very far below 0 degrees Celsius. And honestly, it's colder than I was expecting. Ooh. It's also very misty outside. You can't really see further than 10 meters in front of you. The mist was really strong. It's nice to be inside the mist on a bicycle or when you're walking, but in a car I can imagine it being quite dreadful. Anyway, it looks like 458 still isn't quite sure. Wait, never mind, he's very sure of where Shin is located, sending his zealots straight down. We also got Marines going straight up in the opposite direction. 2 zealots are very close to spawning, but the Marine arrives a little bit too soon. It's gonna get some damage on some probes or force some probes to chase it around while it's trying to damage the probes. They're on the minerals, but zealots have spawned, and likewise zealots are entering Shin's base here in the back. No academy there yet, no added on command centers either. There's a supply depot, thought it might be an academy here, but not going to be an academy. Both players now kind of know what the other is up to. Nothing out of the ordinary is happening. Forge finishing up, double nexus. Both players kind of having a lot of minerals while they're occupied, trying to defend or attack at the same time. Neither player really progressing as they should. There should be cannons coming up in the front, assimilators coming up in the back. Cybercore should already be on the way. Likewise for Shin, he should be on a command center already, which he's building now. Should be on an academy also already, which he is now gonna start. There's the academy being thrown down. Alright, both players now on track, although I think both players are about 5 to 10 seconds behind on where they should be. They really were just way too focused on fighting and multitasking. As I just explained, I'm not going to go back into it again. Great circular micro movements here by Shin. Just keeps running in circles. Zealots are doing pretty good. He's doing a pretty good job of trying to catch as many Zealots or Marines as he can. Cannons in the front, they're finishing up just in time. Now it's about an even ball game, as the Zealots have grouped up with more back on the chase. Marines returning back to home. More Marines going into the middle, going to try to fight back. 458 might go into an overextend, but he gets a pretty good surround there on the Marines. Marines do get surrounded there. Shin not microing, he's just ignoring the micro because he knows he has superior numbers and he doesn't really care about losing his Marines on the middle. Kills most of the Zealots. One single Zealot does walk its way through, but it is going to go down there in the front. We got a robo there on the way from 4. Wait, that's not a robo. It's a pylon. Oh, his Cybercore hasn't finished yet. Okay. 458 might have forgotten to build his Cybercore when he intended it to. Now he's on way too much gas. Way too much gas. And he might have to improvise and adapt to the situation, because this most certainly isn't what he was planning on doing. But now he has to kind of change all the timings of his structures, of his drops, of his attacks, because those robos are definitely delayed by quite a bit. Usually that first robo comes down when he has about 200 gas. But this time around he had 400 gas already in the bank when that Cybercore finished. So delayed Citadel, delayed double robo, getting more cannons in the front. Zealots on the side are being chased down by those Marines, doing a very good job at that. Honestly, he's doing a good job. It's kind of meaningless, but you know, might as well chase them, kill them, just to make sure they never ever show up when you least expect them to. Maybe those two Zealots might show up at such a bad time in the future that Shin loses the game. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So it looks like 4 of 8 is adapting by going harder on the gas because he's got more minerals than he intended to. He's going really hard on the gas. That's triple gas already finished. 4th gas, they're on the way. Shin going for a double factory starboard, sending Marines across the map to look for maybe a frontal attack. He has medics in the mix, 5 of them in total. I don't see fire bats. Most of the time he gets some fire bats into the mix as well. He might actually build turrets here in the front and start a tank push. He's got the tank finished up. It might roll across the map. Siege mode close to finishing as well. He's got range, he's got stim. Turrets, it is on the middle. It's a turret. He might try to go for a frontal push and maybe get the upper hand on 4 of 8 very early on into the game. We don't often see a tank push like this because it is honestly quite risky to pull off. If the Protoss gets Shuttle Reaver up and a lot of Zealots, there's a very high chance that the Reaver Scarabs are going to kill a huge amount of Marines. But 458 has been delayed. 458 has been delayed on his Cybercore and his robotics, as I said before, about 30 to 40 seconds, so there is a realistic chance that Shin might just break through just in time. Maybe a little bit too late because we can already see Dark Templars and Reavers both on the way, Storm also on the way, Speed for Zealot also in under research. Shuttle Speed also almost finished up, 1 Reaver finished up, gonna get picked up. More tanks rolling across the map, got science facility there as well, 2 more barracks is being added on because he's on the middle spawn. And on the middle spawn, most players go for 5 barracks to cover every single angle of droppage. Shuttle there flying across the map, not going to use the Shuttle Reaver for defense. 1 Dark Templar moves out to the front there to scout ahead, finds turrets, it's sacrificing itself for the greater good. Gets 1 shot off on the tank. Gonna make it a little bit easier to take down in the future. We got another Reaver, another Shuttle there on the way. I don't see any high Templars yet, but Storm is being researched. Storm also great against Marines, but they are in bunkers. Can't storm what's in the bunker, but can storm what is around the bunker. Turrets are on the side, Shuttle gonna fly in. Nothing in between except that 1 turret. The 1 turret won't take it down, but it might kill the Shuttle, but the Shuttle will probably unload right before it hits its target. Marines are flying across, Reaver is on the scene, SCVs are splitting up, the Scarab connects, it gets a pretty good shot off, kills a lot, can't quite see how many he killed because for some reason I couldn't select it. 27 SCVs still alive, and there was a tank drop? There was a tank drop on 458, we're gonna go back to the tank drop after the game finishes, just because I want to see. I got distracted with the drop on Shin, but Shin was probably dropping 4 of 8 at the very same time. So 21 workers against 29, Shin is in the lead in supply and worker count, but does he have the right army composition to beat 4 of 8 right here and now? Because 4 of 8 got Templars, Zealots, and 2 Reavers on the way as well. No shuttles there though to micro. He cancels both Reavers because he knows the Reavers will probably get taken down as soon as they finish. Templars are moving forward, going to try to storm. Marines are getting stuck in between structures. Storms on the tank, kills a couple Marines. Zealots are going in to take fire from the tanks to protect the Templars. Templars do make their way out. Most Marines went down. Most units are being kept here right at home. Getting turrets on the side of the map for vision and reaction time. Works out exactly as planned. Corsair takes the fire there though, but Marines are moving over across to intercept the shuttle. Shuttle there on the side, gonna try to go in, unload the Reaver. Marines are splitting up. Scarabs are doing a pretty good job of taking out most of the Marines. There's 1 more Scarab. 1 more. It doesn't get the final Scarab off, so 4 or 5 Marines do save the day there in the end. Just enough they're back at home to keep on defending the homeland while he's pushing forward very slowly there with the bunker tank inside of 458's choke. But another drop there flying across the map, but there's vision here on the side as well. Vision on both sides. Shin is gonna see this one flying in. He's now with 37 SCVs. He moves forward slowly, very slowly and methodically, pushing forward. Not taking any risks. But Templars try to take down the SCVs, but there's a turret there in the back that detects them. So they do both stay alive. Drop there comes in from the side. Templars are reloading. Templars are storming on the SCVs. They don't kill. They kill a single SCV. Not quite what he had in mind. Shin there with the exact on-time response. Just in time. Goes in with the attack. Gonna try to take his soul down. Too many Marines are behind the bunkers. They have level 1 attack. Level 2 attack is on the way. Templars can't storm because Marines are too far away. Storms in the end, but only hits a couple of them. Zealots are running through, going straight for the main base. Templars finally connect with the ball of the Marines, but most Marines are inside the bunkers. He doesn't really care. He killed most of 458's army. Zealot there on the other side of the map, though, try to run through, but nope, not gonna happen. They're gonna take some damage as well. One does make it all the way to the home run. But there it falls before it hits the home plate. Almost a home run for that one single Zealot. 458 now still in big trouble, trying to defend himself. He calls GG, and that's a very quick 2-0 there for Shin, off of the back of that tank drop that I missed because I am legally blind. So let's just look at the tank drop. I want to see when he got tanked. He was already over 50 workers. He was already in a very strong, healthy economy. But then at some point, we got the tank drop there, flying across the map, goes straight for the minerals, just speed it up a little bit, picks up double tank, and he really is going in at the exact same time, by pure chance, the exact same time. As the reef drop goes in, Shin goes in. This is just pure coincidence, and it just looks like Shin had a little bit better multitasking than 458. Second tank gets a shot off, kills 36. Huge hit. And how many did Shin lose? Exactly how many did Shin lose? 45? Was on 45? 47 maybe? 47, so he goes from 47 down to, I can't see it because it's building a scarab. 40, okay, he loses 20, so it's 37 or 36 probes lost against 20 SCVs lost. Definitely that situation goes into the favor of Shin. Pretty damn good tank drop at the perfect timing. I'm sure he didn't plan on it being exactly at the same time as that Reaver drop. It just happened to work out like that, and it just so happened that 458 wasn't expecting it to happen exactly at that time and point into the match. So very fast double win there for Shin. Really dominating so far against 458, who is no bad Protoss player. He's a really good Protoss player. Most of the times he winds up winning against these very strong, absolute best, fastest players from Korea. Players like Shin, Hamburger, Brain, all those big names. Most of the time 458 really puts up an amazing fight. But these last two games were kind of short, and he didn't really get a chance to really show off or even show up. Shin has just outpaced him. Okay. Game number 2. Terran against Protoss once again. 458 of course on the Protoss, Shin of course on the Terran. Blue against Olive Green. Triple Barracks once again coming out from Shin. Double Gateway Nexus once again coming out from 458. It's Double Gateway, Zealot, Gateway. I like this build order, but I actually am starting to like his most recent adaptation or change in the build order more than this one. Build order where he does Gateway, Nexus, Zealot Forge, and then chokes up with a Cyber Core and a Forge and double gas in the back. It's a little bit faster on the gas, a little bit faster on the Cyber Core, but he still has the Zealots to protect his choke and help his choke finish. Because getting those cannons up really is vital against Marines, because Marines just overpower Zealots once the medic and fire bats come out onto the map. That's kind of the whole purpose of this Protoss build order. Use the leverage that they have in the first couple minutes, and then get cannons in the front to stop the stim, medic, fire bet, marine attack on the front. The marine there in the back getting information, running in circles. There's no cybercore in the back yet. He's got the cybercore on the way now, a little bit late. We got marines going in for the frontal attack. Is this another attempt at breaking the choke? There's no choke there though, there's only zealots. No cannons in the front there yet. He's going to try to stop this from happening before the cannons even finish. This might just turn into an absolutely mad game. Goes in as if he's in the front. He's absolutely showing off. He's really showing off here. Shin is really showing off. He gets surrounded though. Marines, those zealots on the Marines. Marines are not Mike Marines, focusing on keeping the zealots in the back away from the Marines in the front. Doing a great job there though. Marines do win the fight in the end. Zealots are surrounded by the SCVs. This looks very ugly here for 458 cannon. The front is not finished yet. Both cannons are on the way. Now the SCVs are on the cannon. Zealot there in the back tries to kick down whatever he can, but no, not gonna work there though. Cannons are gonna get taken down. Shin is laughing. He's laughing. Crows are being pulled to the front. Gonna try to save the day, but nope. Too many SCVs, too many Marines. Zealot there in the backside tries to get through. Gets on top of the Marines. The Marines are too strong. Too many of them in numbers. These are also doing a great job. Now we're going for the backside there where a cannon is on the way, but it's a little bit too late for that one single cannon. Bunker being built. Shin is just showing off. Disgustingly showing off. This is disgusting. Look at it. This has to be one of the most one-sided, dominating best of fives I've ever seen in my life. Not even 458 just got destroyed, and Shin just made me question, might he actually be... I don't think he's as good as Brain, but this was disgusting. This was disgusting. This was actually disgusting. Just look at this. Completely destroys him. With pure micro, strong build orders, an absolute precision. So they are going to play another best of 5. As we saw there at the end in the chat, 458 asking for another best of 5 for $100 apparently. Apparently $100 or $90 to the winner. Actually, I'm now seeing that those games are a little bit long, so I might split this up into a second video. So I'm gonna end this video here. Shin beats 458, kind of one-sidedly. Really one-sided. Not even a challenge, honestly. Not even a challenge this time. 458 just got... He lost rock, paper, scissors. He just lost the rock, paper, scissors. That's basically what it comes down to. Shin just had the rock, paper, scissors advantage. Maybe next time, in the next video, 458 is going to have a little bit of a better showing against Shin. But honestly, I was entertained. It was honestly a fun game, a fun set with short games that displayed different kinds of play that we actually never really see. We never see a Zerg go all in on a wacky Zergling strategy like that, switching into Mutalisk. We never really see that bunker turret push all that much, and we actually never ever see that Marine SCV attack before the Protoss manages to get their choke up and running, because it's basically all these games are all in strategies from the Terran, all in, everywhere. And I've been talking for a long time now after the game's already finished, so thank you for watching and hope to see you return next time when Shin against 458 continue with another best of 5.